Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. Picking up from where we were, we're gonna hop back over to the DLC. Ooh, and continue picking up some good old Scud Tree fragments. So, first ones we're gonna get are gonna be north from here. Then we'll cross back over the bridge and grab what we didn't grab over there. But I want to go back and grab everything on this ledge because there is very little on this ledge in general. Take all those that we can get because we need a couple of them in the game later on. I think that's all that was down here. Later, once we get the picture, a ghost dude comes down here, I'm pretty sure, that we'll have to come back and talk to. He might be on this ledge, staring at that, but he's down here somewhere. And I know all the ones in the DLC give you items. I don't think all the ones in the main game do. I have to look up which ones actually do, so we're not just wasting hours finding and talking to useless ghosts. I guess they're not fully useless. It gives you... Goddamn torrent. It gives you some lore, but... I've already read it all. We're not going in to open up the lore on every item this playthrough. So... no point in getting every item. Is that a ghost guy? Grab that side of grace just because I know at the very top of this little village you can pretty easily get swarmed by these fly people. So precautionarily grab that. Nothing in here? What? Ailment Talisman. I think that's the one that raises resistance to the last ailment you suffered. So that's a talisman, if it is that one, that I tend to use quite often in boss fights. Especially the Putrescence Knight. Ooh, that's a rough fight. Definitely gonna want to level up a lot before I get there. Remembering how many tries that took me the first time around was rough. It wasn't as rough as it could have been because I was playing it with somebody, but still, we both took a couple hours trying to fight him the first time. Once we got him the first time, it didn't take nearly as long to get him on the other person's file. But it took quite a while the first time. A couple of hours, and then the second time I think was like 20 minutes. Took a couple of shots, but we got pretty far each time, so each shot was like 3 or 4 minutes long. Sometimes a little longer. Looks like it's nighttime. I got confused. There's a dragon right there. We are not ready to fight at all. If the dogs do that much damage to me, I could only imagine how much the dragon's gonna do. So, we will come back for that. We'll grab all these items, and I'm pretty sure there's a cave somewhere over here that will unlock. Have it showing on our map, I should say. I think it's right down here. I just follow these back up to the mountain, it'll take me right to the entrance of the cave. Just looking to see if there was an item in any of the cages or whatnot. Yeah, here's the jail. Now the DLC, sure, it may be pretty expansive, but you get good stuff for doing everything in the DLC, so we will be completing 100% of this. Once it is fully timed to go through it. I would just like to have some Shadow Tree fragments first. We're already a relatively low level for the DLC. We're not like disturbingly low. We did beat Moog and Gid here, so... But we're at the cusp of not even having been able to beat Moog, so... It's close. Should be a little camp over here. Might be up top. I think there's like an elder lion or something at it. It's pretty tough to beat. Savage lion's claw. I'll take that. But no actual enemy to fight, so I'll take it. Even better. Free loot is very welcome. We're gonna come back and go that way after we've cleared a little bit of this path. I believe if I can get over there, there's a Shadow Tree fragment. No, it's not over here. There might be one right over here. This is a little divot that you can't get out of. Has another jail or something, another cave at the end of it. But that is not where we want to go right now. We want to go to the right. And we'll be coming back very shortly. As soon as we're done grabbing stuff in the DLC, just so we're stronger, we'll just start going through stuff. That's our forge that we went to. So we want to go up here to get the grace point. That'll be over by Mr. Sleepy Boy. I hear chiming. It could just be this area. Some of the areas in this DLC actually do make a very similar chiming noise to the sound of the talisman beetles and scarabs and whatnot. Folier, that's his name. Good old Folier, because you get a concoction from him.
You that lady let us spoke of you, another tarnished. My name is Teolia. I too am tarnished. And so, well, here's to new beginnings, I suppose. Well, I'm as weak as a kitten and thick as I've always been this way, since I'm afraid the only thing I'm proficient. Sorry.
Want it. Probably not gonna use it, but we want it. Poison is useful.
Just give me the word. So...
Okay, I think now that I've talked to him, I gotta go talk to Morn again, and he'll ask me to give Bully something. But first, we're gonna go up to this here tower. This big old ominous tower sitting in the middle of the road. And see what, pray tell, could be here. I'm gonna talk to the guy who's supposed to be screaming in pain, but it sounds more like pleasure.
The pain. My arms, my legs, each lies a bloody ruin. Bale! Oh, terror incarnate! There is life in me yet! I will soon feast upon you! Mark my words! You too
Yeah, I'll let
shall
his stuff
know
play out.
fear!
All his other voice lines, I'll let play out completely. Let's just double check that he does just go, oh, the pain again. Yep. He just puts so much gusto into his lines to be someone who's usually just chilling in the corner. Until the final fight against Bale. Oh, come on, I should have been close. Go. No matter what level you are in this DLC, these things are annoying as hell to fight. We will end up fighting them later, when we need to. But anytime we can run past them, I'm probably going to. I do not enjoy fighting grave birds. there any items over here, guys? Gravestone. I know there's before something in the craftable menu, but I don't think I use them very often. The only things we're really going to be making are the crafted throwing pots. Giant throwing pots. So I'll grab what I can, but I'm not hunting out other materials until I need them. There's items. I knew there was some items laying around. Just could not remember where they were. And there's still more, I believe. Let's go up to the tower before we jump all the way down like an idiot. Let the light shine on this beautiful face of mine. Oh yeah. Grab that because it's free. Why the hell not? And this tells you nothing can die in this realm. Or everything that dies comes here. So it's kind of similar to Dark Souls 2. If you really think about it. All the hollow end up washing up to that land no matter what. Which are all the things that die and can't fully stay dead. Yet here, if you die and you're gonna be reborn, you just end up in this weird-ass world somehow, some way. Someone's gonna bring you here, you're gonna journey here yourself. The world would probably end up reincarnating you in this area. It'd be more like reanimation, I guess. You'd just be created here from what matter it could. Odd things to think about. But still, it is a strange land. And I would go down into this cave just to get more world open, but I believe you have to fight the boss at the end. There should be 2 bosses in that cave. One of them's optional, the other you have to fight, and I don't think we have enough Shadow Tree fragments and are leveled up in that regard enough to be able to take him on reasonably. I also think that's the end of this direction. Let's see where exactly... Okay, right here is where I'm trying to go. So, we just gotta turn back and go that way. But I can also go this way. And that opens up a lot more, so let's go that way. I think that's my way around. We'll get the cookbook and stuff that's over on this ledge, over by where it just loops around, and then we're gonna go shortcut to the rest of the map. Grab that. Double check there's no items over here. Doesn't look like it. So we can go. We are on our way. I think we gotta just jump this one. No fall damage. I'll take it. Ooh, protecting any items, weird bat creatures. Doesn't look like it. There's an item. Shadow Realm rune. Even though it's level 1, it's a hell of a lot more runes than you would get from normal game. So, a normal game level 1. So, I'll take it. Still probably even take level 1 normal games. Because you get a lot of those. Go get the other area first. Once I go through there, I would rather really go through there. Maybe even just go grab the two-headed turtle talisman real quick, too, because it's just so useful. It'd be so nice to have that starting now. That's another talisman we'll only ever shift off when we really need something else to go in that slot, but it'll pretty much be there for the rest of the game. It looked like something else for a second. I was so confused. Check up here. Nothing. I think there was a mushroom in that bush. Grab that. Ugh. This is a locked spirit spring. Although we bought the thing for that. Never read it, but we know exactly what to do. Crack that on open. That should bring us up to the back of a castle, I'm pretty sure. That's a shortcut up to that area. How lovely. The way he talks about his friends. Not. He's asking Baal to destroy people? Yes, it does make sense. He's staring at the Dragon's Peak. Let's double check there's no grace point right near here. So I think there might be. Now we know, we just gotta jump directly at the wall. That brought us right into a fort. Oof, that kinda sucks. Gotta be able to. Alley-oop, come on. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. Just don't want to jump too far there. Don't look like there's any ledge right there that I could stand on either. So if you can't call your horse over here, it looks like that's an easy way to trap you in. If I can survive that fall. Doesn't look too far, but it might just be. Oh well, we have a grace point right here. You cannot. Okay. Well, I know the path out. So let's just sprint on through then. get out of here once we got our souls. What's this? If only you had a door. Indeed, there is a latch there, so in all honesty, you should be able to just open said latch and get out. Since we are up on this edge, we can just sneak over here, grab this item real quick. We'll still do this whole zone later, but just want to grab that. Slunk on past that omen killer. Surprised it didn't aggro. Grab that. Grab this. And we'll grab that. Ain't no way in hell that wouldn't have been there. So, I don't think we can survive that fall. Pretty sure that would kill you. So it's like the same height as the other area. But in here, you can survive this jump. And not even take fall damage. So, we'll grab all these items that this guy is staring at. That. Grab this, and then there's that right back there, and that's everything in the front. See that damage? That's insane. That's why we need more Shadow Tree fragments. I know we do good damage to them too, but the damage they do to us is just crazy right now. That, and we can sit down at this site of grace very quickly just to reset that omen killer. Do I actually have two? I think I only have one. Oh, I do. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Just want to check this side. I don't think there's anything over here. What's wrong? Not only is there an item, it's a purple item. A runar. That is where we are going to get to so we can jump down. So let's go cruise on over to the other side. Try and snake past the enemies that are waiting for us on here, on the road. And get on past. But this is our way over to this section of map that we're at right now. We could have gone through that hole in the wall to get back to the normal map. But we're doing what's down below first, and then we'll come back for what's up here. Is there an item back here? It doesn't look like there should be. Nope. That's a corner. That'll totally trap me while those guys have plenty of time to catch up. Blessing of Marika. We will take it. Jump on into that again. Was that one of the abductor virgins? I think it was. The headless one? Yeah, the headless one just followed me off. That's nice. Didn't even think that was a possibility. Just checking over here to see if there's any items, and it didn't look like it. So let's cruise on back over, jump down into the Spirit Spring, and go back on our path. Up there leads to where we were before, right next to the forge. I believe there's an item a little to the left of it, so we're going to go check that. And then we're going to come back through that path and go through the crack in the wall we saw over there. Because that should lead us way down below to the place that we're not supposed to be able to get to until much later in the game. Or until we beat a couple of bosses, I should say. I think there's 2 bosses in between us and there, but if we can skip past and just grab items, I'm not opposed to it. Because shadow tree fragments will make this a lot nicer all around. Don't think there's one over here. No, I don't see any items to grab anywhere, or even a site of grace. Yeah, no site of grace on the edge of that. Kinda sucks. They are pretty sparse here. Because this land is graceless. Grace has been stricken by Marika from this area. But it shows us our path, because we still have a job to do. As the new Elden Lord. Grace, oh no, is different. That ain't good. It has been really windy, so it probably just knocked me off for a second there. It looks like that's all it did. Right on the edge. Grab this item. No item up there on that ledge to grab, it looked like. Which just makes it easy for us to remember. Didn't have to fully jump off that ledge. Or run into the abyss, which would have ended up in us jumping off that ledge. Let's turn on our lights. I think it does get dark in the next little spot we're about to be at up here. Weird spirit ash, we'll take that. I also don't feel that bad about grabbing all the shadow tree fragments and stuff first, because you still have a bunch of them that you can only get from beating bosses. So we'll still have some work cut out for us, even though we've run around for probably what's going to be like an hour and a half. And just grab stuff to get us further. Pretty sure that's one of the enemies. Fight that guy. You should get another shadow tree fragment. But this one's pretty tough. Usually takes me till I'm close to done the DLC, until I'm strong enough to fight that guy in particular. Is there anything in this crevice? Totally screams one that would hide an item. Yep. Nothing great, but it's something. I just see another item. No. I saw mold, or the bold rock thing that you can pick up. Round rock. There's another. Grab that. Might have to fight this giant crab at the end of this pathway, because I think it's going to follow us in. So I can go all the way around it. Not aggro him. Our best talisman, and this dog we shall leave alive. They are its guardians. They will make sure that dog survives through the ages. Grab that. Equip that, so now we got that on. And then we'll get this marked. Just so we know it's here. Which one's this? Rivermouth. Bellroot. I want to say this is actually probably the first one I want to do. Because I think you get a good weapon from that one. You also get one of my favorites from the coast. I think it's looping your way over here. Once you go down below, fight up here, loop back over, come out over here. I'm pretty sure fight a demi-human queen here, and I really like the weapon you get from those ones. But we have our weapon. We just have to level up to use the weapon. How do we get to where we wanted to go? Easiest thing is going to be just warping back over here. So we can run it, but that's just the same amount of time sprinting back on the horse. Now that we warped, we just have to take a left instead of a right and go this way. I don't think there's an item over here. We're gonna double check. Or rocks. I think the next item is down there that we're gonna go get. Might be an item on the rock here. No, I don't see one. On the rock in the middle there. But I think it's just having to shoot the thing off of the edge with a bow over there that I'm thinking of. So let's go back here. Jump onto this ledge. So So I don't think you can get back up to there once you jump all the way down. So we didn't want to do that. Run in here. And this lobster is a lot heavier hitting than the others. So grab that item. Get on out. Oh, okay, there was a way back. Check under every waterfall, always. He hints at something in the deep, dark areas of this zone that is deep purple and dealing with a coffin. I think that might be one of the things where it's a transposition thing. You can go there and get teleported to the different area by going into a coffin and sleeping. Break the bot. But we're also not really teleporting those ways unless it's an area that I have to teleport like that, but I don't think that is. I should have went back and talked to Morn first, because then the Forager Brood should be here, but I don't think he's going to be here yet. Let's go see, I guess. No sights of grace that way. We gotta go all the way down there past that fire giant, fire golem, to get to the site of grace. So first, cruise over here past the giant sheep. Oh, he is here. Hello, Forager Brood. Thank you, buddy. It's quite amusing how they made the pests in the normal game the friendly guys in this one, in the DLC. Ones that are literally called pest enemies. They are pains in the asses, shoot you with arrows and whatever the hell it is from 1,000 yards away. 40 arrows coming out at once. But here, they give you items. I'll take it. It's attacking. Oh Lord, he's attacking. Ooh, now we have the Cerulean Coast unlocked. So let's go get the map for down here, which I believe is going to be pretty far into this zone, but that's a-okay. Let's cruise back to the front of the zone too, because I think there's a Shadow Tree fragment by where you would normally jump down here. There's always a bunch of stuff on these too. 49. A lot of useful stuff on these, I should say. Some great glove wards, some great ghost glove wards, some level 9s, level 8s. I think there's level 7s too, but there's a lot of those tombs. So if you just keep running around and every one you see, you just go up top as soon as you see them, you'll be in the clear. Go up top, grab the item, come back down. Won't have to worry about it again. Oh, almost got me, the cheeky bastards. Let's see what this item is. Good book. I'll take it. Like this. Right, really. Stream. I think you have to come back around to get on top of this one. Yeah, the cave's there. We'll do that later. We'll go over to that mausoleum later too. We're definitely nowhere near strong enough to fight that guy, so no point in even going over there just yet. Really want to grab just the obvious items that are over here. And I'll do the rest of the zone when I come back. We don't need to grab every item that's in the zone the first time we're here. It's just nonsensical. That's the path I was talking about earlier though. We go over there and follow that, get to a demi-human queen, and you get a really good weapon for fighting them. But it is also not a bonk weapon. It is a slice weapon. So we'll get it later, but we're not going to stick with it. We are bonk. And while this weapon may be kind of slicey, it is a giant slab of iron. I think the only reason why it would cut is because it has an edge. The edge is not sharp, but it does have an edge. And the weight would just make it slice through anything it lands on. It's a heavy hunk of metal. So now that dragon's gonna be roaming around down here. Which ain't great, but ain't horrible. It was gonna happen no matter what. Pretty sure there's an item on that mound, so I wanted to go up there. Anyway, I just also wanted to check around first. No item? Oh, that's a bloodstain. Now he sees me. Yeah, to run. Yeah, no item. I was wrong. Didn't have to spawn him in. Oh well. So now we roam on over here. Grab the map. Grab all those items. Just checking to see what this one was. Just another thing he abandoned. But we're gonna bring knowledge of finding these back to Saransbach. So we have to touch every single one we see so that we get the words shown to us and our character knows we have seen them and can tell Ansbach about it. There. Both of them are gone, which is golden. I think there's actually a grace point directly where I'm staring. So let's go get that real quick. And then we will warp back over to this grace point and continue on that path. So, jump on down here. Oh. Knew there was one of those. I didn't think it was right there. Let me back up. Come on. I know we gotta be able to find one of these little ledges that we can get the lip up on. Come on. Over there looks doable. Or not. Because that tree's in the frickin' way. Oh, that's so close. I think we got it if we run forward. Alley-oop. Yep. Now we get back up there and jump over to the other side. Off the front again. And then I think you jump off this edge then. Yep. Grab that. Great grave glove ward. Good stuff. Now we can go here and run along the beach to get to where we're going. That's far. But not too far. No items there. We'll grab this. Grab all the ones you pass. That way you know you got them. We'll just have to come back for a couple of them that are out of the way. Check this too. This tree keeps making me think there's something by it. There is. Gimme. There we go. Ah, sleep items, yes. We want that cookbook for damn sure. Keep our eye on the ground because it's hard to see through the water. I don't remember if there's a drop off on the left side. I feel like there shouldn't be. Should only be on the right, but you never know with these games. Oh god. Saw it last second. You must keep running. Don't stop running. Check up here, but keep running. Items, 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 item. Anything up here, though? I see nothing. Down we go. That. Back on up here. What the hell? Gonna have to check my internet after this. Unplug and plug back in my box, the whole shebang, reset. Not fun. Grab that. Go back and grab all those grave crickets. Get this site of grace just to have it. Pretty sure if we were to come up on the other side of this, we would be over here in the Dragon's Peak area. So you could shortcut over there by doing that. We're not going to. We'll leave that for later. We'll get all the Shadow Tree fragments from areas up here and such. Because that's a whole explorative battle in and of itself. And it feels nice to progress through there. You don't get too many items in that zone, so what you get feels nice to get it when you get it. If we go through grab items now and then go through and just fight stuff later, we're only going to be getting runes and an occasional spell from boss. It's not going to feel very worth it. Continue grabbing the normal overworld runes or Shadow Tree fragments. I didn't think I was close enough to that at all. What the hell? I think we will just try and get this item that's at the edge of this area. And I don't think there's an item in any of these. I feel like I remember making this thing destroy them so many times and he never pulls up an item. Heh. Try again. You missed me. How about over here, buddy? So no, I'm not seeing any items. Any extra items. So we'll grab this item. And then we will go get the grace point. I think I can get what I wanted to get really quickly. Trying to keep this under an hour, so we're like right there at the limit right now. I think it's up here. Can't take long getting there. Oh. Okay. Well, give my outro while we run around. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below anything you might want me to do in this game or any other games you might want me to play. And I will see all y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.